Have you ever wondered what happens when private secrets suddenly explode into the public eye? Can one photo really shake the foundations of a celebrity love triangle? And what if the past comes knocking at the worst possible moment? Today, on Magazine News and Gossip, we dive deep into a scandal that has left fans around the world in shock, questioning every smile, every glance, every whispered word between Yaman, Demet Özdemir, and Sara Bluma. You will not believe the twists and turns of this story, so stay with us until the very end, because the truth is far more explosive than anyone could imagine. The world of celebrity gossip is no stranger to drama, but this latest storm has shaken even the most seasoned tabloids. At the heart of the chaos is Yaman, the charming and enigmatic actor whose love life has captivated millions. His complicated entanglement with Demet Özdemir, spanning years of affection and rumors, seemed like a story already etched in headlines. Then comes Sara Bluma, a social media sensation whose life has been under the lens of public fascination for months. Until recently, the triangle seemed intense but manageable. That was until a single act reopened old wounds in the most unexpected way. Sara Bluma's ex-husband, a figure long removed from the limelight, suddenly resurfaced, not through interviews or statements, but with a piece of digital history, a private photograph. According to sources close to the matter, the image was intimate, captured years ago during a vacation, and had never been intended for public eyes. The ex-husband's timing, however, was anything but innocent. The photo arrived directly to Yaman with a message that sent shockwaves through the gossip world. Don't trust your future without knowing your past. Imagine receiving such a message while navigating a delicate new chapter in your love life. Jan's reaction was reportedly one of raw anger and disbelief. Was this a setup? He allegedly asked his closest confidants. He shut down his phone, refused to speak to colleagues on set, and didn't communicate with his agency for an entire day. The world watched silently, guessing, speculating, and theorizing. Sara Bluma remained silent for 24 hours. That silence spoke louder than words on social media. Fans speculated endlessly. Is she afraid? Is she guilty? Does she not want to lose Jan? Her inner circle, however, claimed the silence was strategic, a way to avoid giving the incident further attention. Yet, silence alone could not contain the storm. Within 48 hours, Sara broke her silence with a long, pointed message to her followers. She denied all allegations, particularly taking aim at her ex-husband, clarifying that the photo was old, that she had never been ashamed of her past, and that his actions were a product of jealousy and manipulation. The statement went viral, but rather than settling matters, it intensified the public's curiosity. Headlines exploded, debates surged, and the gossip universe lit up like never before. Meanwhile, Demet Özdemir's reaction added yet another layer to the intrigue. Sources suggest her response was initially one of surprise. I have nothing to do with this. The choices of two adults are not my concern. Yet, whispers in the background claimed she felt a sense of relief. Sara's influence over Jan might have diminished after this shocking revelation. Demet's position in the triangle seemed more powerful than ever, creating an intricate web of emotions, jealousy, and strategic maneuvering. The scandal quickly became a global talking point. News outlets, social media influencers, journalists, and YouTubers dissected every angle. Comments ranged from critiques of manipulation to reflections on trust. Receiving photos from an ex is manipulative. Jan's anger reveals cracks in their relationship. Others offered a different perspective. This isn't about Sara's past. It's about an ex-husband's jealousy. What's often missing in sensationalist coverage is the human side of the story. Yaman, despite his public persona of charm and confidence, was dealing with betrayal, manipulation, and confusion. Sara Bluma faced the impossible task of defending herself while maintaining dignity in front of millions of scrutinizing eyes. Demet Özdemir navigated her own feelings, balancing curiosity, strategy, and perhaps lingering affection. The emotional intensity was unprecedented. This wasn't just gossip. This was a high-stakes drama unfolding in real time, with real feelings at the core. One of the most fascinating elements of this scandal is how the past resurfaced to challenge the present. The ex-husband's photograph was not just a visual record. It was a trigger, a test, and an intrusion. It forced Jan and Sara to confront questions they might have hoped were long behind them. Trust, honesty, and transparency became not just theoretical concepts, but urgent, pressing realities that needed immediate attention. Fans worldwide were divided. Some rallied in support of Jan, praising his composure despite provocation. Others empathized with Sara, arguing that old mistakes or private history should never be used as tools of manipulation. Hashtags exploded across social platforms, debates escalated, and opinion videos flooded YouTube feeds. The scandal became more than a story. It became a cultural moment, reflecting broader discussions about privacy, relationships, and the pressures of public life. On Magazine News and Gossip, we've followed every twist of this story closely. Our insiders reveal behind-the-scenes details rarely reported elsewhere. Did you know that some on-set witnesses observed Jan visibly distressed during filming, refusing to discuss anything outside of work? Or that Sara's friends reportedly advised her to take legal measures against her ex-husband for harassment? The layers of this scandal are staggering, and the intrigue continues to unfold. What does the future hold for Jan Yaman and Sara Bluma? Will this incident drive them apart, or could it become a turning point in their relationship, testing their bond under extreme public pressure? Demet Özdemir's role remains equally ambiguous. Will she step back entirely, or will she continue to influence the narrative subtly? One thing is certain. The world is watching, and every move, every word, every gesture is being scrutinized. As this story continues to unfold, one truth becomes clear. Celebrity life is never just glitz and glamour. Behind every headline lies a complex human story where love, jealousy, ambition, and vulnerability collide. On Magazine News and Gossip, we will continue to track every update, every revelation, and every dramatic twist. Because when it comes to Jan Yaman, Demet Özdemir, and Sara Bluma, the next chapter could be even more shocking than the last. So, what do you think? Was this photo a manipulative move by Sara's ex-husband, a test of trust, or something else entirely? Could Jan and Sara survive this storm, or will the past always haunt their future? Share your thoughts in the comments below, and make sure you hit subscribe, because here on Magazine News and Gossip, we bring you the stories everyone is talking about, faster, deeper, and juicier than anywhere else.